Hallo, schönen guten Tag, meine Damen und Herren, und willkommen. I am Christopher, Accordion Christoph, and today we are going to talk about Palmer-Hughes accordion book, the course book, number 1, Nummer 1. I have been playing accordion now for about 6 weeks. I just got this in the middle of September. And I watched so many YouTube videos before starting, and they all, not all of them, but many recommend the Palmer-Hughes course books. And I loved it, or the good recommendations, so I got it myself, and this is how I am teaching myself. But most of those YouTubers are professional. They've been playing for many years, decades of their lives, and they are so good, and it can be intimidating. And I thought perhaps if you are new to the accordion, as I am, you might like the perspective of somebody who is also just starting. So, perhaps you have seen the shorts. I recently recorded shorts of every one of the 18 songs inside of here. Go ahead and watch those, it doesn't take long. But I thought I would go through bit by bit and just talk about the book and say why I think it has merit and why you might like it if you are also a beginning accordion player. I mean, first off, it is for children. Well, it is geared for a child to be able to learn. Yeah, das ist gut. I have a childlike sense of wonder. It goes through and it talks about good things, right? If this is your first time playing the accordion and you don't have a teacher perhaps that you're taking lessons from, this is good. It shows you what the treble keyboard is. It shows you your bass notes, and it breaks it in so easily. Oftentimes before a song there is going to be bits like this where it gives you some, what's the word for it? Scales? No, that's not it. Some practice, fingering, right? That's good. You learn a little bit about the pa, and then you can start playing. The first song here, am I open up? Yeah. The first song is called Batter Up, and it couldn't be more easy, right? The first half of the book is really just C, D, E, F, G, right? So you learn where that is and you learn to play it well. I don't have many switches, right? I have a bassoon for me, the organ, Meister, a little bit of both, yeah? And then I have the upper register here, and then the bandoneon, right, where it adds that extra octave below. Pretty cool. So let's just play it simple. This is Batter Up. Einfach. This is also meant to be played as a duet, perhaps with your accordion teacher, and then you can play the second song, which is called The Kickoff. Same key, of course, everything. At the end there, and the book teaches you this. This is a technique that I can't do because my fingers are too fat, or perhaps they're too long, or perhaps my strap isn't the best. But when it comes to the end of the the hold note, you're supposed to play these two fingers together and make a noise like that. But my fingers are too fat, so if I do it quickly, right, I play too many notes. So as I'm playing, I don't stress out about that too much, right? I just go. Sometimes I add it at the end, right? A good technique to learn if you are indeed a child, or you have smaller fingers like the people in the pictures of this book. Yeah. Move on. Great. More practice tracks. And these give you such an opportunity to learn and to write things down, if you like that. What I like about this, now this isn't a song, this is just a warm-up. Warm-up, that's the word. See, that's helpful. You get this kind of repetition, and you understand how the muscles in your fingers are supposed to work, because we're very good with 1, 2, 3, your first two fingers, 3 fingers here, but these ones, 4 and 5, at least for me, very difficult, right? I don't have the dexterity, the strength in number 4 and 5. And so that's been good learning for me. The same with the umpapa on the bass notes, right? Some people learn 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, but it seems like most accordion teachers are saying 4, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, right? With your bass note on 4, it's easier to do the major chord with your third, and then your minors and 7, or to do the alternating technique, which isn't until book number 2. But still, I digress. Sorry for the quality of this video. Hope it's entertaining. The next song is called Skating. It's in the same key. Now, I could sing to all of these because they have some silly words, and sometimes it helps you remember it, actually, if you like to sing. Here we go to and fro, skating along, singing a song, skating along. Uphill or downhill, we're always at play, singing and skating all day. So, I made a look at my face. Perhaps you saw me go, as I'm reading. First off, my glasses. I need my glasses. One moment. I don't know why I took them off. Perhaps I was afraid of the glare. So, this book was written in 1952, and I bought several copies of it online. I bought this book solo, and it was a more recent copy, and then I bought a 5-pack of the first 5 books, and they were original. And the words change. So, what are the lyrics here? Uphill or downhill, we're always quite gay, singing and skating all day. But the ones that I learned from the first book are uphill or downhill, we're always at play, singing and skating all day. I think that's kind of funny. There's another song later that's very much changed for modern sensitivities. Now the next song is called Go Away. And every song in this book, it builds new pieces, different technique, and it's introduced in a very approachable way, regardless of how much music education you have. I'm a singer, right? I sing in choir, I can read music very well, and I had 3 years of piano when I was a young child, like 6, 7, 8 years old, maybe 9. It all blends together. But here we get actual recommendations for using the bandonium. And it talks about tied notes in this song. So you start to think about how you puff the bellows a little differently. This is called Go Away. I'll sing it too. Go away from my window. Is that right? It helps if I play the right notes. Let's change it to the bassoon. Go away from my window. Go away from my door. Go away from my backyard. Don't call anymore. I'm through with your fighting. Why must you leave me? We could be such good pals, and we'll always be merry queen. Again, the different lyrics. Why must you be mean? For me was why must you be bad? And this says we could be such good pals, and you'll always be my fairy queen. And I learned it. We could be such good friends, and we'll always be merry and glad. Glad rhyming with bad. Interesting. This is also the first time it's in the book that it's not just C and G, but we throw an F. This was new to me, right? Understanding the circle of fifths. So you notice that I have buttons. I have added, these are tiny Lego pieces right on top of C and E and what? C, F, B, E, A. There we go. Dum-de-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. I'm so accustomed to making shorts. Filling time, we're already at 10.5 minutes, great. Now we get Merrily We Play Along. So many of these tunes are familiar with normal lyrics, but they probably had copyright? I don't know. This one's called Merrily We Play Along, but it's Mary Had a Little Lamb, right? Put clarinet on. Merrily we play along, play along, play along. Merrily we play a song till we learn the song. Yeah. And look at this adorable picture. Look at this little boy playing in school. Do you take your accordion to school? I took my accordion to a bar last week, and it was fantastic. There were only 4 of us in there at 11 o'clock at night, and we were playing through book Nummer 1. And it was very funny because the bartender listens to polka on the weekends, and he was very patient. Although I did not get any free beers, I am a little disappointed. I'm missing a page here. Look at this. It goes from page 22 to 24. Perhaps I am missing several pages. So the songs are horse sense, and then I think one is a donkey. I cannot play them because I am missing pieces. But you can watch my shorts. I gave the book that has these away to another friend of mine who just bought an accordion. That's what you do, right? It's like gardening. You split your plants and you give them away, so you spread the love. It's the same with music, don't you think? Yeah. Up next is Jingle Bells. Bisschen Weihnachtsmusik. We've got in the key of C, thank goodness. Now this one's fun because different technique. It's not just 1, 2, 3, but it's in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then every measure isn't just one chord. It goes bum, 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 bum. That's interesting. This is also the first song that has you play D and do some chord work like that. This took me a little while to get right. Jingle. I recently ordered the Palmer-Hughes Christmas book. It hasn't arrived yet, but I look forward to playing that. Maybe I'll put some shorts out for that too. But probably I'll just enjoy it this year and play it better next year. Whatever. Then we get a piece that you may know from church. If you go to church, are you a heathen? This is all through the night. And here we have, what do they call this? For a very nice effect, repeat the entire piece using the bandonion the second time. Right, so they call this clarinet and this bandonion. So this gives an opportunity to practice switching between the registers with your hand while you're playing the music, which I found interesting. And then it's just full chords. So did you see how I just put my 5, 4, 3, 2 fingers here. It does give finger number recommendations in the book, and they're okay, but I do usually have to modify. Sometimes I show what is in the book, but look at how close my fingers, look at how close my fingers are, right? It covers up much, it's too much. Da, or da, 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 da. Right, it's more comfortable for me to do something like sleep, my child, and then just switch my fingers like this. I got to get them out of the way. Food for thought. And you know, learning the technique that they try to recommend is good. But playing it how it's comfortable for you is also good, right? You want to be having fun. And I am having a lot of fun. And speaking of fun, this next piece is called Join the Fun. I like this one very much. As I'm reading it, it's so funny. This is a second-hand book, and so there's writing in here. And this one says, hands together, ×3. Okay. Oh, you know what's funny? I read about switching between the clarinet and the bandoneon for the All Through the Night, and I didn't do it. Whoops. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. Oh, this is another one with the different lyrics. Let's be gay every day, we can have such fun. Yeah, different lyrics that I learned. That's okay. Everyone join the fun, laugh and sing your cares away. Let's be gay every day, we can have such fun. We'll go swimming in the sun, that's where laughter's always fun. Come with me and you'll see, we'll have lots of fun. That's a fun one. Actually, I like to let that one out with the bandoneon and the master. Let's just play it loud again. And it doesn't have to be fast either. It just feels good fast. Some songs, they don't tell you always in the first book how quickly or slowly you should play it, right? Learn by feel, learn it slowly first, and then you can play it faster. And with a little wah kind of push. But didn't that have a change in the way you perceive the music, right? When I opened it up just from my orgel to the master switch, or played it more slowly, right? You can increase the volume by opening or closing your bellows slowly or more quickly. That changes the volume. It's also interesting. Up next is the Charlie the Chimp. More very silly lyrics. But this piece introduces the da capo al fine for the Italians, or for anybody else, where you play it through, and then with the double bars you repeat back to the beginning, and then you play to the fine, to the finish, to the end. And this might be one of the last pieces that's just, I mean, it starts in the key of C and just does C, D, E, F, G. It is, in fact, and it has silly lyrics. Let's make this a little quieter. Should I sing? I sing. Now I will tell a tale, most peculiar tale, about a chimp named Charlie. Boy, he could sing, most amazing thing. He'd sing loud and strong, sang the whole day long, just one song. And that's the fine where you end usually. Anyways, Charlie sang the same song, only one he knew. If you don't believe me, just go to the zoo. Back to the beginning now. I will tell a tale, most peculiar tale, about a chimp named Charlie. Boy, he could sing, most amazing thing. He'd sing loud and strong, sang the whole day long, just one song. bitteschön. Good, right? Because if you have never played music before, right, all of these terms are going to be new, like the slur across the top of the notes, what di capo al fine means. And I think if you're practicing, right, it is good to play it alone with one hand, and then the other hand, and then together slowly, and then a little quicker, and then you add the words to it, and your brain remembers it much better. Now we introduce A. Schau mal her. Here's the book going, now we get A. Introducing A, how exciting. And it gives you a little bit of a 5-finger exercise. It says 5 fingers can play 6 notes. Whoa. Oh, or that. A little bit of both. Anywho, it suggests you start your second finger on the E. This is called dreaming. I'll sing it too. I like sunshine and flowers. Oh, let's try that again. Nothing wrong with starting again. Perhaps I'm going too quickly. I haven't played these in a while. I like sunshine and flowers. I like laughter and fun. I like spending my hours dreaming of things that are fun. Dreaming of things that are fun. Who cares what I leave undone? So I just dreaming of things that are fun. That was fun. Perhaps you saw on my right hand how it's actually moving around. Your hand finally moves just a little bit. And we get more than just C and G, but we get the F. All these good things. And it's only major in book number 1. This next one. Ooh, I made a note of it in my short. That in my book it's called the Indian song, and you cannot say Indian anymore. You can't demonetize me because I'm not a monetized channel yet. Anyways, in the newer copy it's just called Indian song, and they change other words. And I don't think I'm going to sing this one. But I will play it. We'll crank it open for interest. This is the first time you get this kind of technique where you're just playing 2 bass buttons next to each other for a while. Your fingers don't move. You can do 3 and 4. The book recommends 2 and 3. That must be for small children, I don't know. It's a cool sounding song. I think I recorded this outside by my fire pit on a day when it was starting to get cold, and my fingers were definitely having a difficult time. But also worth noting, especially if you are a new person, you know, depending on which switch and register you have open, the bellows will open and close more or less quickly. So here I have my big one, my Bandonian, and I have the Meister switch, and I mean, just look at how quickly that opens up. There were a few times in there where my the breathing of the bellows was not good. I did not adjust. Up next, my Bonnie lies over the ocean. And this one is nice, right? We're getting to the point in the book where the songs are both sides, right? 2 pages. And I always mess this up because in the bass section we have Fs, we have B flats, we do jumps from F to G, right? So that goes, that's, where's my, here, right? I should stand up, right? So we have F, and then we jump to G, right? Bum, 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 bum. Or sometimes it goes from B flat to G. So this song, if you're learning from Palmer-Hughes, is really your introduction into small jumps, right? The chords that aren't just immediately next to each other. And that takes practice. And if you're going to practice, you might as well practice on a song that people know. I am going to make mistakes. My bunny lies over the ocean. Oh, bring back my bunny to me. And it says turn the bandoneon on. Bring back, yeah, oh, bring back my bunny to me, Bring back my body to me. Yeah, I've practiced it so many times and I still get it wrong. That's okay. We can move on. And then it says, introducing B! Look at how exciting, look at how excited Palmer-Hughes, this small child, is. She has a P on her shirt. I don't know why. Perhaps I should play piano. And then you get a warm-up that says 5 fingers can play 7 notes. And you start your first finger on E, C, D, E. Good to practice. I like the lyrics for this one. It's like, my dad's been everywhere. And the picture is like a sailor, like a after the war sailor coming home to his small child and wife. Here we go. My dad's seen every sight, Spain, Rome, Paris by night, trains, ships, even by air. My dad's been everywhere. He hiked Indochina and North Carolina, but there's just one thing to be. Ach nein, let's begin this middle section after the fine. See, this happens sometimes. Also, the emphasis, he hiked Indochina and North Carolina. Yeah, no, it makes me think this must be a different song and they're just putting stupid words to it. Yeah, the world may be splendid, his travels have ended, he loves home with Mom and me. That's another da capo al fine. Start and go to the middle, but we will not do that. Well, I learned something about my camera, that if you record more than 20 minutes at a time, it will turn off. So, I'm not certain where I was. Sorry, we have to cut it. But I am playing Old MacDonald now, and this song in the book is the third to last, and it talks about rests. And it gives good opportunity for the left hand to play independently of the right hand. And there are some measures that go like, Old MacDonald had a farm. And you see it starts C bass, C major, and then next door, D major right away. That's the first time you do things like that. Ooh, technique, yeah? So let's play. Let's start on the right notes. beginning of this wonderful video. Like and subscribe and so weiter. But I would be making mistakes, and it's okay, but I'm having a very fun time. This next one is the can-can. Da, 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 da. And finally, we play the entire octave. And this gives you the first time in the book where you're practicing making an octave jump, right? And that took so long for me to do, but now, right, you play long enough and you start to understand the spacing of the keys, right? What an octave feels like in your hand. That is the muscle memory. And this one is good to play slowly and then pick up. Ach nein. Excuse me. Perhaps you saw it in my right hand here, how I would land on one note, like with my pinky, and I change from 5 to 4. Right, 4, 5, 2, 3, 1. And then I do 2 on the same note. 2, 3, 2, 1. Those are good things to practice. This is an excellent piece for that. It's nice to learn technique on songs that are familiar because it makes you want to play them, and this book is very good about that. I'm going to play it one more time faster. Maybe. 9. Anyway, my stomach is making noise. I'm very hungry. What time is it? It is 9:45. I've missed mein Mittagsimbiss. This last one is called Vegetables on Parade. And I played this at the bar, as I talked about earlier. And my friend said, it's the Too Fat Polka. So the lyrics here, it just made me laugh. I'm like, what? What do they say? Oh, I like carrots, you like green peas, but we both agree, those definitely, most definitely. And my friend starts, his name is Chase, my friend Chase goes, oh, I don't want her, you can have her, she's too fat for me. And I laughed at that because it's funny. Anyways, take a listen to this. I'm gonna crank it all open. The Bandoni and the Meister switch. Yeah. Fun piece. I like it a lot. Technique-wise, right? I can experiment with things like. And I'm playing things a little bit differently that are written in the music, right? I take some time on this first pause here, right? It's it could just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I think it's more dramatic and interesting to listen to when you kind of make a smile and you take a break. And so there you have it. With Vegetables on Parade, the book is finished and you have a questionnaire and you can get a certificate if you want to collect those. Oh, and in the back of the book there is this wonderful picture of your bass buttons. And of course, you can order more of these books on the back if you have an original copy. They sold for $1.50. Not bad. A little bit of inflation today. So, if you are considering the Palmer-Hughes course methodology, I highly recommend it. I have already begun Buch number 2, and so those shorts will be coming out soon. But if you enjoyed this, thank you very much for watching. The form is longer and much more different than the shorts. I will do this after I finish every book that I go through. I think it's very entertaining. Do leave your comments below and don't be an Arschloch, and we'll all have a very good day, yeah? Bis demnächst. Tschüss!